Hello again. I sometimes feel myself adrift in a world which grows more bizarre by the minute, like some feverish nightmare, until almost anything at all might turn out to be true, and the things that I've believed all my life long might become falsehoods. Occasionally, though, I recollect myself and see something being claimed which I know without the shadow of a doubt is quite false, and this rather serves to bring things into focus for me a little. Take the claim that some women have penises. Women like Leah Thomas, the 24-year-old American swimmer with a penis, who defeated all those teenage girls recently in a swimming competition. The one who walked about the female changing rooms with a penis on display, making a lot of those same girls feel very uncomfortable. Now, I'm going to say something which may shock some of you, but the truth is women do not have penises. It is as simple as that. When I see anybody claim that women have penises, then I can be quite sure that this person is either mad and deluded or deliberately telling a falsehood. The situation is really quite straightforward and clear. The vast majority of us are born as either male or female. This is indicated by our chromosomes and also the appearance of our bodies. In very rare cases, there are chromosomal abnormalities and bodily deformations which make this less clear-cut. There are those born with ambiguous genitalia, for instance, people whom we used to call hermaphrodite, but the preferred term now is intersex. Then there are those with disorders of the chromosome, such as Klinefelter's syndrome. Other than this very, very small number, we are all male or female. Some people, though, wish that they belonged to the opposite sex, and they make great efforts to change their appearance so that it looks as though a male is really female and vice versa. Now that's fine with me. I have no objection whatsoever to a male making himself look female or a woman masquerading as a man. Why should I mind? It is, after all, none of my business how others choose to dress, or if they want to have their ears pierced or their genitals surgically mutilated. But expecting me to agree that a male who has this fixed belief is as much a real woman as my wife is a step too far. I do not believe this for a moment. Being a woman is not just a feeling inside a man's head. The experience of growing up as a girl and then becoming a woman is very different from that of growing up as a boy, becoming a man, and then taking a bunch of hormones and perhaps undergoing castration. These are two entirely different processes which will produce entirely different kinds of people. I will pause at this moment to invite any viewers minded to do so a chance to accuse me of transphobia or hate crime, or what you will. As I have said many times, I am perfectly relaxed and accepting of males and females wearing whatever clothes they wish, using any names or pronouns they want, and also altering their bodies surgically or taking hormones. None of this is my business, and good luck to them. But do not be deceived. None of this alters a male into a female or a woman into a man. The idea that being a woman is no more than a psychological state that could happen to anybody is quite absurd, and the fact that even doctors these days dare not say this out loud is absolutely terrifying. This is one of those things which has been dreamed up by a bunch of intellectuals and foisted off on the rest of us as being the most wonderful, humane and progressive idea in the world. The fact that it is being spearheaded by people with penises, and that those suffering the ill effects are invariably those who were born without penises, should immediately alert us to the fact that this is really no more than a very old idea in a new guise. 50 years ago, people with penises used to jeer at lesbians and claim that there was something wrong with them for not wanting a penis near them. Lo and behold, today a bunch of people with penises are now once again jeering at lesbians and claiming that there is something wrong with them because they do not want anything to do with penises. This is exactly the same thing, although it is now presented as a new and progressive movement. When women or lesbians express the desire to have their own spaces, free from people with penises, they are now denounced as bigots and members of a hate group. In the description to this video, I give a link to a news item about this very thing, in which we see a protester holding up a placard with a demonstrably false claim that some women have penises. I'm glad that sometimes the fog of nonsense, in which I feel increasingly lost these days, should clear away, and I see a claim such as women have penises, which tells me that it is not me who is confused, but rather the people in the world around me.